coming to you on this happy Sunday, blessed day. I hope we all had a great weekend so far. I hope your week went well. And definitely the upcoming week, I hope is much better. So how we doing out there? Please put in the comments how we doing. Any exciting news, any celebrations? Let me know so we can celebrate together. Um, let me see. A lot has been going on in Skitlanta. I want to get into a couple from yesterday and definitely some mess I see from some of these titles today. Just put my dinner on. So that can be already when it's time to break fast. And yeah, I'm getting ready. Made two delicious bean pies. So made a pot of what I got. A pot of chicken noodle soup, homemade chicken noodle soup. Yes, the sister can cook. And I also have flounder, um, arroz gandules, and some steamed broccoli. So yes, we have a good Sunday dinner for the family today. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. So yum. So let me know. Put in the comments what y'all having for Sunday dinner. Let me know. Let's share. Maybe we can share some recipes one day, right? Okay, so I want to get in here, which I'm totally drained. I don't know who else out there is drained, but I know I totally am. As you can see from the title, when Keisha tells Amber she should leave Anthony. For somebody who can see in a short amount of time, who has become friends with someone in a short amount of time and has been exposed to a lot to already see that it's not a good relationship, it's not a good marriage, it's toxic. She already knows the background of what happened from Dalen. So yeah, Keisha knows, and she also sees because of course they put in all their business in Shauna's, right? Everybody can see what's going on. They have these outbursts in front of, well, I can't even say customer child because they ain't been having no customers, but we can see from the employees there. They just go out there and let them know how bad things are to the point where Shauna even had to pray for them one day, right? So, but yeah, it's draining. We know that there was an issue with Shayla coming over, and it was an argument between her and Shauna with this gluten croissant. Something was wrong with Shayla's throat. She felt that the croissant wasn't gluten because she's paying. She wants to see the package. Shauna was like, "It's gluten free." She wouldn't do that to her customers, and I think that Amber should have stood up more for the restaurant and had Shauna's back on that because you buy the groceries for the restaurant. So you know that it's gluten free. But here we go in true Dizzy Amber fashion. She sits up there and lets Shayla say whatever. She wants to side with her bestie yet again and really not I think stand up for the restaurant like she should. She should have been very adamant that Shayla, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with your throat. I purchased the supplies for the store and I know that it's gluten free. You don't have to see it. Maybe they was out, maybe they ain't had no more, maybe Shauna just didn't want to show it to her, but she was a little fed up because now you're playing with my integrity. And Shauna is very, she's serious when it comes to her food and her grandma's legacy. And everyone raves about the food is good. So I don't think Shauna would do that. What Shayla issue is, I don't know, but the croissant was gluten free. So she calls and they get into a big argument. She calls Anthony, and of course, he's not gonna have Amber's back. Like he like chill. It's just a croissant. It ain't a big deal. She wanted to write Miss Shauna off, because they had a lot of house of words. She wanted to redo the contract with the lawyers and get her out of the business. Shauna wasn't hearing that, and of course, Anthony sided with Shauna as always. Now she's kind of pissed off. She's kind of fed up. So Keisha sees her. So now Keisha's gonna have a conversation. So let's get in here and see what Keisha tells her.
You good? You need anything?
No, I'm good.
That's you home, right?
Now he got nerve to be eating the croissant. The thing in question, he eating with no problem. Anthony be playing in her face. It's not even funny.
Amber, you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm good, Keish. Crazy day, huh?
Yeah,
Looking
very.
crazy.
Don't you have something to do?
What's there to do? Ain't no customers.
Yeah, but I would rather check on you because I've seen this look before. And I feel like the fact that your husband is the one that keeps giving you this look is a problem. And I'm not trying to be in your business, respectfully, off the clock. But Amber, I think you know you deserve better than this. I think you know that you don't like feeling this way. This man doesn't support you. He doesn't uplift you. He doesn't take up for you. How you taking Shayna's side, Shauna's side?
Right.
You're not tired of this already, Amber? And I don't even know all the ins and outs, but I know enough to know that you deserve better.
No, that's right.
Do you think? Do you think he took her side because of Shayla?
I mean, honestly, I don't know, but that definitely don't help. I feel like you could have been dead wrong, and I'm gonna take your side if it has anything to do with Shayla.
Right.
I'm for sure
I
gonna
know
say,
that's
I
right.
want to make sure you don't think it's that. And the fact that he doesn't,
This is where I will hope Amber really sees. She made a good point in bringing that up. It very much had to do with the croissant. Shayla was involved. But when you think about it, this was an argument between Shauna with the gluten-free, and you would have thought that, in defense of Shayla, he would have got on Shauna saying, well, if she knows she's allergic to gluten and what the symptoms or effects of that is, and she felt some kind of way or wasn't feeling ill behind that, Miss Shauna, maybe you needed to double check that it was. Did you double check? Or he really didn't get into that. His whole thing was that it's just a croissant, and that's not enough to take her off the contract or redo the contract. But at the end of the day, the issue was involving Shayla. And even if it doesn't totally may mean that, just the fact that Amber is feeling that way, and look how she looks. She looks depleted and defeated. Bottom line is, he does care for Shayla more than you, Amber. When are you going to see this? That photo shoot wasn't enough. I knew he turned around the next day and yet again make you feel like crap. A lot of times people tolerance level is a lot. And you can't tell me that she doesn't tolerate a lot because of this man's lifestyle he provides her, because of the money he affords her, because of the beautiful home, and because of the status. Status a lot of times means a lot to women, feeling kept insecure in that way financially, because let's be honest, she has this restaurant which isn't doing good. So outside of this, Amber, what does she have this bringing in income right now? He took Bar 44 away from her, which was doing great. Sold it. I'm sure she got some money and some savings, but what else does she have coming in? What does she have that's making her feel better, that's building up herself, that's building herself up financially? Oh, she sold that house. So that's something, that the house he gave her, that's going to be something in the bank. But outside of that, what is she growing daily that she could take pride in? The restaurant is not being successful. He shot her down when it came to going to school. It's nothing that's fulfilling her. She pours into him. He never pours into her. He doesn't know how to, because he hasn't have that light. He doesn't have that God in him that's fueling that within him to make him better so he can pour into her. That's why it's always negative. He's not going to the source that's going to bring light into her or anyone else. He just constantly feeding off that darkness inside of him, which is why he keeps messing up. Amber has to know enough is enough. Some have a long tolerance level. If Shayla and having a baby on her and became friends with this woman again, and him and Shayla betraying her the way that they did is not enough to break Amber, I really don't know what is.
He just walked out of here eating one of the croissants. Wildly.
Wildly.
I don't know what to tell you. I took vows and
But it's destroying your peace.
I get that, and I'm not married, and so I don't want to. And this might even be overstepping, but I mean, I don't think you have to be married to know when your
Your
happiness is on the line, your respect is on the line. Do you want to really live the rest of your life like this, Amber?
I feel like this is my thought though, because
Don't do it.
Well, you shouldn't have.
I didn't have to.
You did.
That's right.
But you don't have to stay around this time. If you see that nothing's
That's
changed,
right.
you don't have to allow him to do it to you twice. I think it's about time that you walk away from this marriage, Amber. It's not serving you. It's not making you happy. It's not bringing you peace.
The question is why she won't walk away. Why is it so
I
hard?
feel like
Don't
you
look
are
like
the
a
one
failure.
pouring into this.
At the end of the day,
You want to talk? I'm always here.
people have to make a decision for themselves. This is a vow that you took. But when you look at the foundation on which this marriage started, when you look at what has transpired through the marriage, there's nothing good that has come out of this marriage since she's been with him. Prior to that, it was bad. It wasn't good with her and Wayne. Afterwards, there was a lot of betrayal that went on, a lot of pain, a lot of disrespect. During that, coming back, because she set no boundaries, she didn't put any rules in place, she didn't give him any ultimatums. Basically, she got more the same. Even if he not with Shayla, he still comes on to Shayla. He still flirts with Shayla. He still reminisce with Shayla. He still try to be slick with her, and it's looking crazy. Amber, I mean, Anthony disrespects her in so many other ways. And it really shows how toxic and no good that this marriage is. I'm sorry. I don't want to see anybody get a divorce. I've been there. It's painful, like a death. But when you're in a marriage that also feels like death, and you feeling less than yourself, and you feeling worse than before you even got married with this individual, why stay? God don't want you to suffer like that. He may hate divorce, but guess what? He hates anything that draws you away from him, and that cause you to not use him or have him or see him in the center of that marriage, and really pulling you away because it's putting you in a very dark place. He doesn't want that. He does not want that. So that's why he'll allow it, and hopefully you'll use it as a lesson the second time around if you choose to do that, Amber. But this is not good for you, honey, because this man has not changed, and it's only going to bring you worse pain, and you're going to see more of that pain and embarrassment when you get on this, if you join this podcast. So put in the comments what y'all think about this and what Keisha said. I mean, she could only give her opinion. At the end of the day, it's going to be Amber. When is enough for her? Put in the comments, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Welcome all new subscribers. I hope you enjoy here, and definitely get in. This is a non-judgment zone. Give your perspective, share your opinion, and let's talk about it. Peace and happy Sunday.